viewers, and welcome back to the Cascade Crossing and N-Scale. It's been a while since we've had a layout update. The prior video, of course, was the heavy freight up the grade, and that was a fun video to make. I really enjoyed that. Just kind of watch some of the trains run up and down my layout. On this layout update, of course, there are several additions to the layout. I'll make a couple of points. First being the fascia. And the lower level lighting. I used some rope LEDs from Walmart for about 13 bucks. And for now, I mean, it seems to do the job rather well. I would like to go over to the LED tape lighting just because I know it'll illuminate just a little bit brighter. But for the most part, it seems to be hidden rather well, and it looks pretty decent in my opinion. Secondly, I thought I was going to make this a yard in my prior ideas, but now that I look at it, I kind of want to make it more of an interchange, which I'm pretty much doing. And of course, I'm going to insert a hidden reversing loop coming from the north, and then I have an interchange that runs down south. That's going to go to another connecting yard of which I'm going to build against the wall over there. Now, I am a part of the Inland Northwest Fremont group. They did come by on a Friday about a few weeks ago, and I had an open house, and it was a great group of guys. They came over, ran some trains, they brought their own stuff, they ran trains, and I'll show you some photos now. We had such a great time. Made pizza for the boys and the gang. We hung out and we ran trains and talked model trains pretty much the entire evening until about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Again, I'd like to thank those guys for coming and joining. It was such a great group, and I can't wait to do it again. Let's go ahead and hop into first-person view so I can show you pretty much what my plans and ideas are, and you'll get to see what the new additions will be on the coming year on my layout. So once again, I'd like to thank you for watching the Cascade Crossing and N-Scale.
All right, so here is the revision of the yard. Prior, I had a third track, and I already ripped it up. And you can see kind of the original remnants of the track. That just kind of came down and ran next to the main. Now, my thoughts are to bring an interchange in. That way I can bring trains in from the north, or the south, excuse me, and run them down to a connecting hidden spot that's going to connect to a wall over here, and I'll explain that here in a minute. So that would head to a different city and a yard and industrial switching. That way I can do some switching and then also have a yard. And then of course come in the opposite direction. That's going to send it over to a reversing loop just down here yonder. And basically what will happen is it'll drop in. It's got an entire run, and I'll show that real quick. Going to come in and around, back out, and then it's going to be all hidden on the inside. And I'll just pan over here real quick so you guys take a look. Some of it, of course, is hidden, so not the best camera view. We'll take a look over here, that way you can see it. So that'll reverse pretty much the entire layout. That way it can also stage a train and reverse the train without it, so it'll basically just disappear, so it looks like it's gone, and then it'll come back out, returning from Spokane or whatever I decide to name the city at the reversing loop. It'll come through the interchange and then head back up onto the main line of the Cascade Crossing, which will be pretty cool. And of course, any train coming southbound will connect through the interchange and head, sorry for the panning, on that outer loop. And I want to just walk over here so you can take a look at that. And it's going to come down through here. And of course, this will all be hidden, so you won't ever see any of this stuff, which is really cool. And it'll pop out right through here. Now this, of course, is going to connect to, I'm thinking either a swing gate or a lift gate, whichever one works in my opinion, which I feel would be the best. I think a swing gate, let's get a good view here. I think a swing gate opening out, that way you can still walk around and get a view looking down the horseshoe curve. So, lift gate, swing gate, not too sure. But against this wall here, let me back up a little. I plan on having that connect to a 20-foot long yard that's going to come down this wall. And only about 18 inches long. I'm not looking for something huge. I do have an idea of how I'm going to model that yard. And I'll bring that up here in just a second. And then, of course, I started working on my Fremont reversing loop, which is going to be inserted pretty much in this area. Reverse, and then head back into the layout. So that'll give me both my reversing points. So it'll go from a point A to point B, basically. Reverse itself and come back up and down the grade, and then come back to the A location. So it's an A-B-A location is what I'm trying to build. And I think that will be probably the most clever idea that I've had so far. For the most part, I am really, really looking forward to getting the reverse loop done. Now let's take another look at that from this angle. You can see it's going to come in through here, run down, reverse around, and then pop right out. And of course, that will hit the interchange down here. Oops, sorry about that. And of course, I'm going to put number 10 switches in there. I may end up ordering some Atlas ones, but I have been working on doing my own hand-laid turnouts. And this is the first number 8 that I built so far. And it seems to be pretty awesome. I love the looks of them. They look so much more realistic. And definitely beats out any turnout that I bought in previous from any of the manufacturers. I mean, I do like the Atlas turnouts, but hand-laid turnouts just have a nostalgia to them that I really like. And so, that being said, in a nutshell, that is a layout update that I have. Also, been kind of working on some scenery ideas and kind of get an idea of how things are going to start looking on this layout. And right now, I'm happy. I love seeing this right now. It just makes me just filled with joy when I can see stuff starting to look like the real deal. So, once again, I'd like to thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on another layout update on the Cascade Crossing and N-Scale.